We have an ongoing challenge as a board with the Tualatin Valley Water District. We have to always make sure that we have an infrastructure that's capable of providing abundant, clean, affordable water. And that means it needs to be updated on a consistent basis. We need to have redundancy. We need to have resiliency. We also need to do it in a way that involves our neighborhood and involves other community institutions that are involved. And we've had nothing but success along all of these lines with this particular project.
The project, it was a challenging project that took a lot of feedback from not only the community but the best in engineering to come up with a five-sided reservoir.
The reservoir and pump station are critical water system components in moving Bull Run drinking water from the Washington County supply line to the higher elevation homes and businesses in the West Hills.
In 2011, we did an inspection of our Hyde Park reservoir and determined that the reservoir was not structurally sound. The existing reservoir sits right next to Highway 217, so you can imagine if that roof were to fail and we spilled water onto 217, what a mess that would be. So we took it offline and began the process of redesigning a new reservoir. At the same time, we had a pump station that is nearby called the Inglewood Pump Station, and we did an inspection of that as well and determined that the pump station was not seismically resilient.
In keeping with the district's leadership in environmental stewardship and sustainability, the project team investigated the potential of obtaining Envision Sustainability Rating credits as part of this project.
The Envision rating system uses 5 broad categories under the sustainability umbrella to do the ratings. Each of those 5 categories has multiple subcategories under which ratings are given. But the broad categories are quality of life, leadership, resource allocation, natural resources, and climate and risk.
As a result, the Tualatin Valley Water District achieved the Envision Gold certification level and earned the first Envision Award in Oregon. This was achieved in part from how they utilized the materials from the old reservoir.
One thing that was done is the existing reservoir, we crushed all the concrete and steel, and we were able to recycle the steel, and we used the crushed concrete here on site.
Anytime we embark upon a construction project like this that takes place in the neighborhood, we work very hard to involve the community, make sure that we are able to hear their concerns, to the best of our ability, address their concerns.
We were able to gain input from the neighbors as to what was important to them. And through that process, we settled on the exact shape of the tank. We settled on how the park should be restored. We did a full master plan with Tualatin Hills Park and Rec as to what the park will look like in its final stage.
The Tualatin Valley Water District is to be commended for their exceptional foresight and fiscal responsibility, which ensured that the $30 million Hyde Park Reservoir project did not become an excessive burden upon the district taxpayers.
Well, this is an ongoing challenge to be able to fund the continual maintenance of a young, resilient infrastructure. And I think the key isn't so much in what we did on this particular time or that particular time, but in looking forward to being able to make good investments, be able to hold some money back, to make sure that we don't fall too far behind on deferred maintenance. And it's just good policy making, which wouldn't be possible at all without a top-notch staff.
Because of their forethought and vision and their collaborative spirit in working with the public and neighboring services, the Tualatin Valley Water District has a state-of-the-art reservoir and pump station the whole community can take pride in.
By allowing them what input they could to the design, I think it helped the process along. And the final community celebration event that we held at the end of the project, we had a lot of compliments from the neighbors on how we treated them and how much input we allowed them to have throughout the process. And they really were pleased with with the results.
I'm nothing but confident that as we move forward and as time goes by and we need to replace other infrastructure, that we'll take the same approach.